What's up guys, it's Correa with Team Digimon here, bringing to you another video. This time around it's going to be a deck profile video on an old friend of mine, MERVALOOP. MERVALOOP is actually really good into this current format, especially into armors. As you guys saw in my previous gameplay video, you can spawn a bunch of bodies and do 8 checks in one turn. It's actually insane. No tall blocker can ever stop that. So honestly, I'd say it's a pretty solid pick into the format. I dropped it earlier in like the BT16 format because Nume was just running around, and I wasn't thinking of certain techs like I am now. I've completely revamped the deck, and now I think the Nume matchup is actually winnable. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and show you guys my deck. So starting off with the eggs, we have 4 Sunamon. So Sunamon is going to be the new egg. Before it was Demimera, but now I completely revamped the engine. You are no longer running the Cerberus Loop combo, like the Cerberusmon Werewolf mode combo with analogies. You're no longer doing that. Now the new way to play is going to be with the old draw engine of Anubis. So with that being said, I'm going to start off with the rookies. So we have 4 of these Ignitemon, so it's going to be similar to like the Anubis list from previously when it was running rampant at Nats format. And then 4 Gobbly. 4 Gobbly, inheritable. When one of your effects trashes a card in your hand, gain a memory. That works well with Suno because every single thing in this deck is going to be trashing cards. Also Ignitemons, I mean, on top of the fact that you cross with MERVALOOP, it's sometimes it can come up where you, the when attacking effect, essentially a walking pandemonium flame. You swing, you delete one of your Digimon, and then you get to delete something that's equal to or less than the deleted Digimon's level that's unsuspended. So it actually does come up a decent amount. But you guys even saw that in the gameplay video. For the last rookie, I'm running 1 Psychmon. Just because sometimes you're not able to completely swing out for game. Sometimes you need to just like have a wide board and say, hey, answer this. And usually your opponent can't answer it because how do you answer like 5 retaliation blockers? You just don't. But one of the ways they do answer is Psychmon. So you need to be able to have that just in case to prevent Death X from playing. Honestly, I would even maybe consider doing 2 Psychmon, maybe like 1 Psychmon, 1 Gazi. It's up to your preference. I just like the 4 Ignitemon right now, just because I want to be able to see this and have it for crossing if I need it. Next up for the level 4s, we have 4 Dobermon. So Dobermon is really great because it's when Digivolving is draw 1 trash 1, which activates your Gobbly and activates your Suno. It also has an inheritable, which when you play in a Digimon by an effect, gain a memory. So that sometimes comes up. And then your on play is gives itself you can give any Digimon retaliation actually. So that works hand in hand with the MERVALOOP combo. Of course, anything with retaliation has rush blocker, so that works hand in hand with Dober. Next up for the level 4s, we have, oh man, love this guy, Mr. Ogremon himself. When in effect, trashes a card in your hand, gain a memory. Same thing as Gobbly, but it's on its how do you say? It's just on a blanket effect, and then it also has the exact same inheritable. So really great, especially when you have Ogre on top of Gobbly. Oh gosh, that is just so disgusting when you're just Digivolving to your level 5 and you're gaining 2 memory back and drawing. It's just way too good, way too good. Soulmon, 2 Soulmon. So in my gameplay video, I did have a I had a what was it called, a Lugarmon, and I had it as 1/1. I completely scrapped that idea. I actually recorded this video previously, but I kind of had a little bit of an epiphany in my head with my level 5, so I didn't want to steer anybody in the wrong direction. So we're going to go from here with 2 Soulmons. The plus 2k DP can come up, especially against Numemon, where they're trying to delete your Digimon based on DP, and it also comes up against Ruin Mode. So Ruin Mode, of course, it deletes everything 5K, but if you bring out these Soulmons, they're going to be 6K. Just because its effect is not like an on play technically, so its effect still retains. Next up for the level 5s, that's it for the level 4s. We only have 10. No more, no less. If you were to cut something, maybe one Soulmon, you can take out one Soulmon. But you really do need some retaliation bodies, because sometimes it's kind of poverty in terms of like having enough bodies like to bring it bodies in your trash to bring out of trash from the Merva. Next up for the level 4s, the GOAT of, I don't know, of Mastamon, also of Anubismon, I guess. Well, actually, no, I'd say it was Blue Mara for level 5s, but Lady W was just as great. So Lady W, when Digivolving draw 2, trash 2, it's pretty much a walking graceful charity. Really great for the cycle. You need to run a 4 of. Just because it's again great into the ogre with a gobbly stack. You're pretty much digivolving for 1. It's essentially like a great cycling utensil. I don't know what you want to call it. A tool. Yeah, a great cycling tool. You're drawing for Digivolution, drawing 2, and then Suno will draw you 1. So that's basically a draw 4 trash 2 if you really think about it. And the Inheritable is just really good in itself. When you use an option card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. All of my level 5s here are able to delete something. That's necessary now in this format because of Numemon and how wide that the board gets. You can't afford running the Cerberus Loop package anymore. Before you would do 4 Cerberus, 3 Werewolf. You can't do that anymore because you need to be able to delete as many bodies as you can because of Nume. With that being said, the next level 5 is going to be Maycrack. So I wasn't running this in the video, and I wasn't running this for the longest time. And again, like I said, I had an epiphany. I can't believe I wasn't running this before. Maycrack is just the way to go from here. So Maycrack on play and when Digivolving, you may trash 1 card in your hand. If you trash a purple card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. If you trash a yellow card, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. So the issue I was having with Numemon with this deck, again, like I said, I completely trashed this deck because I just couldn't deal with Nume. I tried stuff like Black War Growl, which Black War Growl, you trash 3 from both players' decks, and then you can essentially delete a Digimon up to like a 6,000, and you add DP based on how much is in trash. In the gameplay video, I had Solugarmon, which is Digivolves for 4, trash 1, delete a 6K. And then your other option is Maycrack, really. I didn't run Maycrack because I was so fixated on Death X, but Death X was kind of like my tool to combat Nume. But after thinking about it, Maycrack is just the way to go. Like if you're gonna play against Nume, minus 3K and delete a level 3. If you trash Maycrack with Maycrack, then you'll get both effects. That's just way too good. That's 2 bodies you're clearing, which is most of the time that's all you need. That's really all you need with Merva, because you just need to, in order to pop Minerva's effect, the opponent needs to have 2 or less bodies. And then it has a cool on deletion too. If this Digimon has 2 or more Digimon, or 2 or more colors, gain 2 memory. That only comes up with when you have Ruin Mode, but you're mainly using it for the when Digivolving and the on-play effect. Oh, the other reason why, so I was also running Black War Growl, but the thing is it trashes from the deck and not the hand, so you're not getting the effect of Ogre and Gobbly and Suno and that's why I ultimately was using Solugar, but again, Maycrack's just better because you're able to delete multiple bodies. And you're getting the effects from your inheritables because you're trashing. Next up for the level 6s, we have the classic 3-3 split of Merva. Minervamon, I mean, I'm sure you guys saw what this thing does. It's one of my favorite cards of all time. It has retaliation, and whenever opponent's turn, whenever an opponent plays a Digimon, you play level 4 or lower. And then on deletion, If the opponent has 2 or fewer Digimon, you get to play a level 5 or a Merva from the trash for free. So that's what I was talking about with a wide board. You need to be able to make sure that your opponent has 2 or less Digimon in order to get Minerva's effect off. And then use Minerva to bring out Merva, which Merva's on play. Well, first off, when you would play this card, you can also place cards from your trash in the Digivolution cards for this Digimon for a Digicross. You can Digicross Merva with herself. You can, but mainly you're going to be Digicrossing Merva into Ignitemon. And then if you do a Digicross, you get to add an extra body that you get to play. So it's on play. You get to play a level 4 purple or lower. And then if you cross, you get to play an extra one. So you play 2 level 4 or lower Digimon. Really good, and that's how you're going to be spawning and making 8 swings per turn. The last Digimon on here, it's going to be Ruin Mode. So Ruin Mode, when Digivolving, everyone knows. I'm not even gonna get into it. Just save some time. For the longest time, again, I was running 2 Death X to combat Nume. And then I literally had an epiphany while I was recording my previous deck list I was going to upload that Maycrack is just the answer. I can't believe I was not running Maycrack before. Because I'm doing the Maycrack thing now, this is essentially you can have the chance of having 3 targets, because let's say you need to Digivolve into Maycrack and you need both effects. Ruin Mode is better than Death X because it's the yellow purple. You'll get both effects. Also, Ruin Mode is just really good in this format with all the Ukamons running around. Digivolving, because you're able to cheat out a level 6 so easily, it's pretty easy to have your Merva out and then you just go into Merva or Ruin Mode if that's the best play to do. And then that way, once this dies, you'll also get the on deletion trigger from Maycrack. So that it's kind of a cool combo if you think about it. Again, I haven't run any of this, but I'm just imagining like how this will work. I think it'll be like the best way you can run it. That's it for the Digimon. Let's move on to the options. So we have 4 purple Mem Boost and 4 Wisdom Training. I think I used to run Analog Youths because of the Cerberus package, but no longer. Again, this is very similar to what Anubis used to run. So 4 and 4, the consistency is just so cracked. Wisdom Training, I love the addition into purple. It just lets you pick up everything you need and all the other options too. It's so great to be able to add any of your other options that you need from Wisdom, and then search your Digimon with purple Mem Boost. It's just a great setup because you can start off with Gobbly, Digivolve like into Ogre, and then once you have that out, then you can Digivolve into like these 2 and have essentially a reduced Digivolution cost in itself because you're gaining memory back. And it's a crazy combo. It's very easy to ramp up. And it really helps facilitate the consistency of the deck because you're only running 9 rookies, so 8 more consistency cards. That's essentially 17 cards that you're running. The next options, it's going to be Jack Raid. I love this card. I wish I could run it at 4. There's just no space. Hitting insecurity is cracked because you gain 2 memory. If it can cause that game-ending pass turn. And then getting a memory for every 10 cards in trash. Sometimes you can get to 20. Sometimes you can get to 30. And once you get to 30, you're probably just winning the game at that point. There's no way you lose by gaining 3 memory per turn. It's just insane. Next up, we have our kill spells. So 2 Pandemonium Flame. Pandemonium Flame, delete one of your... It's the same thing as the Ignitemon effect. Delete one of your Digimons. Delete an opponent's Digimon with less than or equal to the level of the Digimon deleted. And also the security effect actually comes up quite a bit. Delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So that's not level restricted. It can come up with decks that unsuspend. Something like Imperial, something like Mirage, when Burst Mode is swinging and unsuspending. Pandemonium Flame can kill that. It's pretty awesome that it can do that, and it's just 2 costs. Next up, Deathclaw. It's a cheap self-kill. Delete 1. You can delete a level 4 or lower. It's nice to pop those pesky floodgates. And then the last kill spell I have is Calling from the Darkness. I don't really need to explain this. You self-pop yourself, and you gain 2 of your pieces back. It's great for consistency. The last options I have, it's going to be 2 Back for Revenge. This is the MVP of the deck. This is how you're going to be swinging and for eight checks per turn and creating all these bodies. As you guys saw, if you haven't seen already in my gameplay video, you use this in combination with Minervamon. You self-kill Minervamon. You self-kill Minervamon. So Back for Revenge essentially causes your Digimon to come back. If given on deletion, it comes back, but on plays don't activate. So you put it on Minervamon, kill Minervamon. Minervamon effect plays out Merva first. This is the correct order the correct order of play. So Back for Revenge Minerva. Minerva plays Merva. Merva plays out 2 bodies, and then Minerva comes back. So you're gonna have 1 body, 2 bodies, and then say like 2 level 4s. That is 4 bodies, just like that. Boom. And then if you have another kill spell, you can pop Minerva, and then if you have another Merva, you just do it all over again, and then you have 8 bodies. Boom. But again, sometimes you don't even need a kill spell because you can just bring out an Ignitemon, and Ignitemon can swing and just pop Minerva just because. But anyways, that's it. That's the deck. I love this deck, guys. The difference between I think I actually like this version more than the Cerberus Loop combo, because it's less reliant on having the package of Cerberus Mon and Werewolf mode. Previously, when you were playing this deck, you kind of wait in raising, and then you just digivolve into Cerberus Mon and then pop it with Werewolf, and it's just like if you don't have that Werewolf, it's kind of scuffed. But you don't need that because your level 5s are independent people. They don't need anybody else. So you're going online no matter what, which shows me that this is more consistent. I guess one takeaway that I want everybody to have from this video, if you're going to be playing this deck, don't care about your first stack that much. Your first stack, it really doesn't matter. You're trying to get all the pieces you need. So don't be afraid to just if you have your egg and like a rookie, you bring it out, digivolve into like, let's say Dober if you don't have the ogre, and then you go into Lady Devi. Don't be afraid to do that, even if like, let's say Lady Devi is just the only level 5 in your hand. You're gonna see another level 5. The draw power in this deck is insane. Just because you're drawing, again, this is a draw 4 trash 2. This is you get consistency. You're gonna see consistency pieces with your purple members and wisdom training. So don't care about the first stack too much, because the game ender is going to be your second stack. Your second stack, you want to have the full pieces you need, which is Minerva, Merva, Wisdom, or some sort of memory gain, Back Revenge, and a kill spell. I know it sounds like a lot, but really it's not. You can see it every single game. The consistency is insane. That's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything else. Some people were asking about Mad Leo. I'm not a fan of it, just because the only relevant effect really is the end of attack, which lets you self-kill yourself, and then you play a level 4. You don't need that. You guys saw you're already spawning so many bodies. It's a win more card in my opinion. You don't need it. And yeah, I'm honestly, after recording this the previous deck list, I'm mad that I just had this epiphany now with the Maycrack and Shine Gray. This is just absolutely the way to go. New May, I feel like with this matchup with this deck list is actually winnable. So, and everything else really. The only problem that Merva's ever had is with decks that go wide. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.